On Saturday, April 20, 2013, at 8 o'clock in the morning, a magnitude 6.6 earthquake occurred in western China near the city of Ya'an. This location is on the boundary between the Tibetan Plateau and the more stable Yangtze platform. The earthquake resulted in the death of 196 people and more than 10,000 injured, with more than 1,000 very seriously injured.
我当时在厨房头洗碗，洗完就听到那个钢那个厂子这种玻璃厂子，咔咔咔咔咔一个，好吓人。
A lot of building damage also occurred, and it's estimated that about 200,000 buildings were seriously damaged. The social infrastructure was also disrupted, such as bridges and roads, and electrical power was cut. The earthquake occurred on a fault which is located southwest of Chengdu, and preliminary data indicates that the earthquake rupture had a length of about 35 kilometers.
地震那天，我们儿子、孙子一家人都在屋头，都在屋头就跑不出来，门打死了，跑不出来就是那个门已经炸了，打不开了，这个窗子要翻下来的。儿子、孙子都把脚刮伤了的。
山东纪要的时候，那个悬崖边上的石头，这么大个石头，就哎呀，飞机下，载机下，就载到我们一条70年代修的玉器园里头了。
I'm at Guozhang Middle School in Dadan, which is a suburb of Lushan. As you can see, the middle school is still standing, but it was seriously damaged in the earthquake. All around me you can see heavy destruction that was caused by the April 20 magnitude 6.6 Lushan earthquake. The children were in the school, but they safely evacuated at 8:02. Nobody was injured, and they had done a lot of earthquake drills, so they knew how to do this. And now they're taking class in temporary structures. The school officials of this private school are seeking donations to rebuild the school and to get back into business. They have 1,100 students that come mostly from the countryside, so they're housed here as well as educated here. It's an amazing story taking place here in Sichuan province in China. We're in the small town of Gaojiabian, and it has about 100 families. As you can see from the background, there's been very heavy destruction from the Lushan earthquake, magnitude 6.6. Most of the houses did collapse. The shaking is described as being largely in the vertical direction, and after several strong shakes, many of the houses immediately collapsed. So a lot of reconstruction is necessary here for people to reclaim their lives.
2分钟，整整是8点过2分嘛，都强烈，我在身边都感觉到都强烈的那个说，啥子地震嘛，嘎哈，掉倒是没当掉，只掉了几样东西，水瓶嘛掉到地下嘛。好，当时看到了房子啊，反正摇摆嘛，好吓人，比那年子5.2地震还要厉害没的，上下摇，上下摇，哎，对说那些棚子啊，我发觉到好多人都说的，像那个落那个冰雹一样，落冰雹那个那种味道。那个大地震，晓得不嘛？我觉得那时候，我当时都感觉到的是像我们以前在我们厂里面那儿上班的时候，都是像那个啥子空气对着你身边那个震动。
We're in the old town of Lushan, and here in a ancient temple square that's more than 1,000 years old, the main space has been repurposed to make space for these tents, which is giving shelter from the people from the countryside that were strongly affected by the Lushan earthquake of April 20, 2013. That was a strong earthquake, magnitude 6.6, and there's an urgent need for shelter for people that lost their homes. There are many cases. During the daytime, you don't find so many people here because they're out trying to make a living, but in the evening they have their own sleeping space, living space, and they can cook for themselves. So this is a very practical solution to provide housing for people who are desperately in need after this devastating earthquake.
站不稳。站不稳就能够晃的，下楼梯就没法下。
东西有掉下来了，东西都摇的，
包括那个音响都摇的嘣嘣的，那个水啊全部都浪起来了，浪得很高。
就是有声音在响吗？有听到那种？
有，屋头那房子周上头那个楼梯咔咔，就是响的大概5秒钟那样子。
I'm at Longjin Elementary School in Longmen. This is very close to the epicenter of this big earthquake, magnitude 6.6, that occurred on April 20, 2013. As you can see, the school survived very well. It was built after the Wenchuan earthquake of May 12, 2008, with donations from various groups. So the school would have been safe had the children been present. The earthquake fortunately occurred on a Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and so it was not occupied. Nevertheless, the school engineering was adequate to prevent the death of people had they been present inside the school. I'm right at the epicentral zone of the April 20, 2013 magnitude 6.6 Lushan earthquake in western Sichuan province in China. I've observed just what you would expect for this kind of an earthquake in the countryside. Namely, the ancient houses that were built with wood are very flexible and have survived very well. The owner constructed buildings that are unreinforced masonry and stone have done very poorly, and these have collapsed. As a result, the residents are now living in these kind of blue tents that you see, and there are hundreds of these tents all over this county. The more recent buildings that were built post-Wenchuan earthquake from May 2008 have done very, very well. These are designed with modern engineering practice using reinforced concrete, and the owners can still occupy these buildings. The Lushan earthquake follows the 2008 Wenchuan earthquake and is part of the ongoing seismicity of Western China. Continued public education and application of solid engineering practices will reduce the loss of life in future earthquakes in Western China.